Well, from music, we talk about books. I love books so much. I feel like I'm in for a treat right now. Okay, so for this, for a book chat this morning, we have Tope Akintayo in the studio. And he's got this compilation of very interesting short stories. It's titled Love Grows Stronger in Death. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. When I saw the title, I was like, okay, what is this? Love Grows Stronger in Death. But first, let me welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so first off, why? Why this book?
Okay.
What inspired it?
Okay, I would say life inspired this book. So we all have experiences of love and death, everyone. There is no way you escape it.
True.
There's no way you escape death, and there's no way you escape love. And over the years, I've discovered that there is a way that the experience of one actually influences the experience of the other.
Yeah.
So love grows stronger in death is trying to merge the two and see how, when death comes, the love that you used to feel, or the love that you refuse to feel, now springs out. So, and death in this regard does not necessarily mean literal death. So the death can be a loss, maybe due to terminal illnesses, a loss due to distance. Especially in recent time in Nigeria, where we talk about Japa. Yeah, so that's a form of death. So death does not necessarily have to translate to literal death.
Yeah.
So now, the kind of love that you show or refuse to show when you still have those things. So the things can be people, opportunities, So the kind of affection or the kind of reaction
appreciation
that you choose to either show or you fail to show. By the time you lose those things, you now begin to spring forth, and you either regret what memory you failed to create, or you now begin to relive the memories you created. So that's is what.
So there's another thing I found really interesting. Now, when you're reading the book, you're amazed by the depth of each writer, because as I mentioned earlier, it's actually a compilation of short stories. So everybody is talking about things related to loss, grief, of different magnitudes. And I wonder, how did you manage to put together this number of people? How is it that you guys have a writing circle and you decided that, okay, this is going to be the theme, and then you came up with... How did you manage to put them all together?
Okay, that question is very interesting because there is no writing circle, but I follow the literary scene in Africa generally, and even outside of Africa. So I know a couple of writers. I've seen a couple of writers win awards. So the writers in this collection, they are emerging writers, so to say. They are new writers, mostly unpublished. When I mean unpublished, they are not published authors. Although their stories have been published in literary magazines and the likes, but they don't have books. But they have potential. They've won awards. They've won several literary awards.
It's actually unsurprising because the quality of what I read in this book.
So they are award-winning writers. So when the idea of the theme came, I reached out to some of them that I believe could actually deliver on this topic. So perhaps they've written something relating to love, they've written something relating to death, or even if they've not written anything, maybe I just like their quality of writing. I reached out to them. Some of them will tell me, okay, I'm available for this, let me give it a try. So they go ahead. And then I think the solicitation aspect of it takes about maybe 10 authors were solicited, and the remaining just threw out a call for submission. So people submitted their work and we picked from.
So chapter 6 here, Going to Look for Adesua, is personal.
Yeah, Michael Chide.
Yeah, it actually is personal, because what happened to him was something I also experienced. In school, losing a classmate can be tough. And that happened to me. I was in GSS 3. The same way they went on holidays and came back was what happened to me as well. So we went for Christmas holidays, we came back, and unfortunately, the person sitting next to me, different row, but just to my left, didn't come back. And it was a sad case of a shooting. And it still bothers me till date. So when I read Going to Look for Adesua, I still feel a bit uncomfortable because it's hit home. That loss of a classmate, somebody you expect to see again, you don't think it would happen to you. You're young. Life is like literally in front of you.
You don't understand life yet.
So as I was reading that story, it really put me in my feelings. And that's why I said to you that this book, I'm wondering how you guys were able to really come up with this, because some of the stories I could actually even identify with. And there were some that we had seen, you know, people talk about their experiences and stuff. So I'm wondering, what is the aim of this compilation? What do you intend to achieve with it?
Okay, so the aim of the compilation is to let us see. Let us see the opportunities in front of us that we should explore. So not waiting for those opportunities to leave. You know, a lot of people, we talk about one-sided love. We talk about opportunities that people say opportunity comes but once, right? So the idea of this book is for people to read and see that whenever you have the opportunity in front of you to experience love or to show love, go for it. Do not wait until it is too late before you start. Because when it is too late, there is no way you get it back. Even if you get something similar,
it will never be the same.
Each experience, each of these experiences are unique. So you have to go and explore them because this life is so short. So let's explore it. And also, we want to also let people see themselves, just like you have seen yourself in these stories, and you know, relate to these stories. How have you been able to deal with grief? How have you been able to assist people dealing with grief, right? So we want these stories to illuminate people and show them that we all have similar experiences. We all have similar experiences, although in different forms. In the collection, we have 2 stories about kids. That one, the one by Michael Chidori. Then there's one by Charuk Nasri. She's a writer from Morocco. She wrote about another young girl, schoolgirl, that lost her mom, and how that experience translated into classroom activities. How that experience translates into you know, the way she performs in the classroom, and translates to the way a teacher reacts to the way she, you know, reacts in the classroom based on it. So, you know, whenever you're experiencing death outside of a specific, whenever you're experiencing grief outside of a certain area of your life, it will translate into other areas. How are people able to manage, you know, that reaction from you? So these are the things I want to explore. You know, how society, you know, manage people dealing with grief. How do people dealing with grief actually manage themselves? How people try to, you know, relieve the experiences, the memories that they have.
I find this an absolute treasure, really.
To explore, I think.
And I'm interested, which one is your favorite? That's a political question, but which is your favorite? Like, okay, let me rephrase that. Which one could you personally identify with? Your own experience, similar? Why do I feel like 6 stories? Which?
So, there are some of the stories that are sci-fi.
Okay.
So definitely sci-fi, I might not be able to, you know, identify with them.
Yeah.
But I would say that all the stories that are not sci-fi, I can identify with them.
Wow.
Yeah, because
I've dealt with your share of grief.
Yeah, maybe not death directly.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned the story of, you know, one of your classmates dying.
Yeah.
None of my classmates died when I was in school, but some of them left the school. Some of them that I've built, you know, relationships with, they left the school without...
So it was almost the same.
Yeah, so...
Well, Love Grows Stronger in Death, short stories curated by Tope Akintayo. That's what we've been talking about this morning via the book chart segment on Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time, Tope.
Thank you very much.
Really interesting. I'm going to treasure this one. It's quite a keep. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, at this point, we have to take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us.